Mrs. Porter. You look as though you could use this. I guess our welcome wagon was a bit too much for you.
Oh, no, not at all.
Well, I understand your husband's an artist. What are your specialties?
Oh, at the moment, I'm a full-time housewife. In New York, I was a legal secretary.
You're not interested in a job, are you?
Well, as a matter of fact, I have been thinking about it.
Well, I happen to know one of the top law firms in Lowell is looking for a good secretary. Just say the word.
A legal firm?
Mm-hmm.
In Lowell.
You interested?
Maggie? I think our guests are getting ready to leave.
Honey, Mr. Pierce has offered to recommend me for a secretarial job.
Oh, in his office?
Unfortunately, we haven't a vacancy at the moment. Let me know.
Maggie, you're not going to take a job.
Have you checked our bank balance lately?
I don't want any favors from Pierce.
Oh, Ben, you know how I feel about your jealousy.
Look, Maggie.
It's just that I've been so edgy lately, and I think that it would be good for me to get away from the farm during the day. I want a job, Ben. The one Mr. Pierce mentioned, or another.
Maggie, it's cleaning time. You make us look bad.
Oh, don't worry. I'll be finished in a few minutes.
Okay, see you tomorrow. Don't work too hard.
Night.
Night.
Thanks a lot for the lift, Kevin.
Pleasure. Your car breaking down was the best news I've had all week.
Thanks again, Kevin. Bye-bye. The car wouldn't start. I needed help, so
You knew just where to find him.
I asked Kevin to give me a lift because I thought you'd be worried. I should have stayed in Lowell.
Was that his suggestion?
Oh, Ben, come on.
Congratulations. You found yourself a man who is eager to give you everything I can't, including a child. Maggie? Oh, Maggie, I'm sorry. Baby, everything's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right.
A history of Salem. Records of the Brampton witches. Well, that's very thoughtful of you to lend me these, Mr. Dane.
Oh, they're all fascinating. I just feel that any descendant of the Carey family should know at least a little something of the early days.
Well, to tell you the truth, now that I'm working, I don't know when I'm going to get to these.
Oh, no hurry. I'm off to Florida in a few days and won't be back for several months.
Well, you know, I'm really more interested in the present and in the future than I am in the past.
Aren't they all part of the same circle? Well, by the way, I might suggest a visit to the Brampton Cemetery. There are a number of Carey markers there dating back to the late 17th and early 18th centuries.
Really? Well, Thanks again for your thoughtfulness. And enjoy your vacation in the sun.
I'll try to.
Bye-bye. Who's there? I wasn't dreaming, Dr. Terminer. There was a child sobbing.
Needing your help?
And when I went to find the child, followed, the sobbing stopped. And there was this awful mocking laughter. Somehow I knew I felt something terrible was going to happen to me.
Mrs. Porter, you've been married 7 years. You planning to have a family?
Ben and I want children very much. We can't. We haven't been able to.
You've had the usual tests?
There seems no physical explanation.
Adoption?
We've applied. I guess our financial status isn't exactly impressive.
I'm wondering, Mrs. Porter, do you think it's possible that the sense of frustration and denial you feel because you're childless, do you think that could be responsible for this nervous reaction?
I suppose. I know it's spoiling everything between Ben and me. We're both so defensive and... Doctor, I'll give anything to have a child. Anything.
I'm going to prescribe a mild sedative, and I want you to try to occupy yourself with other interests. And most of all, don't lose hope.
Ben, honey, this is Miss Lewis.
Mercy Lewis.
This is my husband, Ben.
Hello.
Dr. Terminer suggested she come by for a visit.
About a possible adoption.
Do you represent an agency?
No. I'm trying to find a suitable home for my niece.
Oh. I see.
Jennifer is 10.
10? Oh. Well, you see, we always thought that if we adopted,
You'd prefer a baby. I understand. In your place, I might feel the same way. Still, I had to ask. Jennifer was orphaned when she was 2. Now, Dr. Terminer tells me that my illness is incurable, so I'm trying to find a good home for Jennifer before I... Thank you.
Miss Lewis, I'm sorry. It's just that, well, 10 is half grown, and to miss seeing...
I asked you to wait in the car.
I'm sorry, Aunt Mercy, but I was cold.
Oh, I bet you were. You're Jennifer.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm Maggie, short for Margaret.
Maggie's friendlier.
And this is my husband, Ben.
Hi, Jennifer.
Hello, Ben. That's a friendly name, too. Did you paint this, Ben?
That's right.
Those colors are so pretty. They're almost too pretty. They make me want to cry.
Well, that's the nicest compliment I've ever had.
We've got to go now.
Come on, Jennifer.
Yes, Aunt Mercy. Aunt Mercy, can I stay with Maggie and Ben while you go to Boston?
No, dear. I'm going to Boston tomorrow. Additional tests. If you had been interested. Well, I thought perhaps a trial visit. We should work out something else.
Miss Lewis, wait. Jennifer, would you really like to stay with Ben and me while your aunt's in Boston?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, then. Until tomorrow.
Thank you.
Goodbye, Maggie. Goodbye, Ben.
Goodbye, Jennifer.
Bye-bye. Ben, was I foolish?
No, she's a lovely little girl.
I mean, it's no commitment, it's just a visit. Well, there you are, all scrubbed fresh and glow. Hey, where are your slippers?
I haven't any.
You haven't any? Well, we'll have to fix that. Tomorrow, you and I will go on a little shopping spree to Lowell. Would you like that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Well, our good night kisses in order.
They certainly are.
Good night, Jennifer.
Night, Ben.
And remember, if you need anything during the night, you call us.
Okay.
Night.
Good night.